You're now watching Creators on the Come Up, hosted by yours truly, Alicia Way.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's make sure the audio is good. Yep, audio looks good. Cool, man. Shout out to everybody. My name's Alicia Way. Welcome to Content Ecosystem, which is my YouTube channel. I am multi-streaming to Facebook and some other places. So if you're catching this vicariously on another platform, feel free to join us over on YouTube. That's the channel that I'm building. I have a channel called Content Ecosystem, which focuses on content creation and monetization. And then I'm still figuring some things out with that niche or whatever. So until then, I've just been doing some collaborations, and that is what we have here, which is a series called Creators on the Come Up. And basically on this series, we just talked to some of my favorite content creators, and today is no different. We have Ileane Smith on the stream with us tonight, which is a stream pleasure. I've been a fan of hers for a while now, and she is just killing it. Over 2 million views on her YouTube channel, which is not easy. It's not easy to get one view or two, let alone 2 million. So that is super dope, man. So you already know what I like to say. We're gonna jump right into it, man. Let's go.
We live.
If you can, go ahead and share the stream. Let's get some people watching. Share it. Let us know where you're watching from. I got to get good, like better at all that type of stuff. Like, let us know where you're watching from and all that engagement type stuff. And let us know if you have any questions. Leave them in the chat and all that good stuff. So, trying to get better at all that stuff. But we're gonna have a great show tonight, and we're gonna get this thing going. So let's go.
Creators on the Come Up.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me today, Alicia.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate that. I hit her up, and she was like, "Listen, 9 o'clock is a little bit too late for my taste." Okay, so I was like, "Listen, I got you." I was like, I got you. The only reason I even stream that late is because I have little children, and like you could probably, if you listen good enough, you could hear them right outside this door screaming because their bedtime is at 8 o'clock, and they go kicking and screaming every night when it's time to go to bed. So
right.
I'll be trying to get them good and sleep, good and in the bed, and then I say 9 o'clock. But you said, hey, let's do it earlier, so I just had to oblige because I wanted to get you on the show. Been a fan of yours for a while, so
thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So man, congratulations on 2 million views across the channel, man.
Right?
2 million.
Unbelievable. Even when I hit the 1 million, I thought, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And now I can say millions
Yeah.
of people have
Wow.
have watched my videos. And it was really funny. One of the funniest things was one of my coworkers said, "Oh my God, I was watching YouTube with my boyfriend and we were trying to figure out how to use the Alexa. And I saw your video."
Wow.
And I kept telling my boyfriend, "I know her. She works at the job."
Oh man.
I was like, I'm trying to keep it on the QT here.
Hey, yeah.
But it was so funny. So yeah.
That's funny. I had a friend who I brought on the show, and she's working like call centers and stuff like that. She's just since then blown up. She has like, over 100,000 subscribers. But she was saying how her coworkers used to watch her videos because she's just like comedic type content. And she does really well. So man, how cool is that to have like coworkers and stuff? Like you feel like a star, like at the job. Like I'm taking autographs, right?
Right.
That is pretty cool. Well, once again, thanks for joining me. We're gonna actually end the stream right at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Because we want to be super respectful of our guest time, and that's something that we can get into because obviously you're still working, obviously, because you mentioned your job.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I actually started my job 38 years ago.
Wow.
So there's absolutely no reason for me to give it up. I mean,
that's awesome.
I wouldn't care, even if I made enough money on YouTube to support whatever, I'm not leaving that job.
Yeah.
Why?
Wow.
I like it.
I love it. So we're gonna get into that because I think that's a cool testament, to be like, hey, you can be a rising YouTube star, right? And still hold down a job if you want. You know what I'm saying? So many times we hear the opposite. People are grinding to get out of their jobs, but that's not the story for everybody. Some people are grinding just to supplement or just to, do something along with their job. So I think that's a cool topic to touch on before the stream is over. But we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So before we even get into all that, for anyone who do not know who you are, may not know who you are, could you please, in your own words, kind of introduce yourself, let us know who you are, where you're from, like what you do, and we'll go from there.
Okay, great. Well, my name is Ileane Smith, and I am from Philly. And what I like to do is when I learn something, I like to teach it. I like to share it.
Love that.
I want to help people that feel like, maybe they're not techie enough, or maybe they're afraid to get on cam, but they have this message that they want to get out.
Wow.
And so I know that a lot of times they're just like, I don't know, where do I start? So my goal is to show you like what buttons to push.
Wow.
So that you can get started. Because I know you have this beautiful message inside of you that could change someone's life.
Wow.
So I want to help you get that message out.
Love that. She said you have this beautiful message inside of you that could change someone's life, man. So we had to drop the gems on that because that's so eloquent. I love that. So basically your channel came about because you're like, when I learn something, I just like to teach it. And then, and that kind of like, you hear that a lot. Like you don't truly know something until you can show it. Right. And or until you can teach it. Right? And specifically, they say until you can like break it down for like a fifth grader could understand it, because many people teach stuff and then it's like you're scratching your head like, what do they say? But when you can break it down to the simplest terms and then somebody walks away with the knowledge or the know-how, that's when you truly know how to do something. So I guess is that kind of one of your missions, like, show and tell type thing?
Yeah, and you know what? I will tell you the story of how this all started.
Yes,
if
please.
You don't mind.
Yeah, no, it's all about you tonight. Let's go.
Right. Well, actually, I love telling this story because, like earlier, you were talking about your kids,
Yes.
right? And I have a daughter, and remember, I said I've been working at my job for 38 years. Well, she was 6 months old when I started working there. Okay. And so
Wow.
my daughter, but now she's got this amazing business that she runs, and I help her out with the business. But at a time where she, as she became an adult, and, I'm a single parent, and so I raised her. And when she became an adult, she decided that she wanted to go and move to California to live out there and just experience what it was like. And also her dad lived out there.
Wow.
So I was a little crushed. I was a little heartbroken, but hey, this is what we do with children.
Yeah.
We plant that seed, and when it's time for them to blossom, we got to let them go. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. She left, and we would talk on the phone and stuff like that. And at some point she said to me, "Hey, Mom, I started a blog."
Okay.
Now, this was back in 2009.
Wow.
And back in those days, I would dabble with the internet a little bit. I knew about the Internet Movie Database, and back then, Ask Jeeves was a big deal, right?
Yeah.
And so I heard of blogs, but I wasn't really sure, like, what does that mean? Okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to follow her blog. Right.
Okay.
And she was using WordPress.com. So I go over there, and I knew there was this thing called RSS feeds. I know I knew about it, but I didn't know what it was. So I thought, I'm signing up for her RSS feed. But Alicio, lo and behold, I was signing up for my own blog.
Hey, that's how I work out sometimes.
Yeah. So I actually started blogging by mistake.
Oh,
and in the beginning, I thought I'm just going to cover all these topics, everything I like music, life, love, anything that comes to mind.
Music, life, and love. What else do you need?
Right?
That sounds like a good life right there.
But remember, this is back in like '09, '10. So social media was like a little baby back then, right? So I was like, oh, there's this thing called Twitter. Oh, let me learn how to use this and let me learn how to use this tool. And when I would learn how to use a tool, I would write about that because I didn't want to forget what I learned, right?
Yeah.
And so this is what happened. When I was writing about love and life and all that stuff, people didn't care about that. But when I wrote a tutorial that showed you how to use Twitter, how to use the tool on Twitter, how to use something on YouTube, people loved it. They ate it up. So I found my sweet spot because not only did I love doing tutorials, my audience loved when I did tutorials.
Wow.
So all this just happened just from me just putting content out there. Now, I didn't have a plan or any of that. I just wanted to, talk what was on my mind.
Yeah.
And so I encourage anybody. You may be starting and hearing all these things that you got to have a strategy. Just get out there.
Wow.
Put yourself out there because you don't know where you might land up.
Love
with
that.
2 million views on YouTube.
Hey, that's a little soft flex. I don't know if y'all heard that. She said a lot of times they tell you got to have a strategy and a plan and you got to have all these strategic things mapped out, right? But hey, until then, just start because you never know how you might end up with 2 million views. Oh, I got to drop the gems on that one because if you don't know what she's talking about her channel has now reached over 2 million views. And I think that's just amazing. I think that's beautiful. So shout out to you for that. All right, cool. So now we know how you got into blogging, right? And that was 2009. It was by complete, I wouldn't even say mistake because everything happens. It's the design. It's like design, right? It's for our, divine design. Oh, I like that. That might be shirtable. Divine design.
Yes, that was cool.
I'm a rapper, so I be writing that like them rhymes down. Go ahead.
Write it down. Because let me tell you, I didn't just start blogging. I also started YouTube. My YouTube channel started in '09, and I also started podcasting.
Wow.
Because I was like, I'm doing all this content. I like to talk.
Yeah.
So I might as well do a podcast.
So did you ever have friends that were like, girl, what is you doing? You out here blogging and YouTubing and you know what I'm saying? Or they was just like always supportive of you, when you were doing that?
Well, my offline friends had no idea what, because I'm truly, truly blessed. I love my girlfriends. I have 2 specific friends that we have been friends all of our lives because our parents knew each other when they were pregnant with us because we're the same age.
Oh, nice.
So like those girls and then some of the other girls that we were also friends with, they're not into social media and they're just starting to pick up with Instagram and maybe posting stuff on Facebook. But no, they still thought it was cool. They were just like, you're amazing. You always doing some stuff.
Wow.
Because I've always been known through, like I said, I've been knowing them all my life. So throughout our childhood, it's always been me.
Wow.
You always doing something.
Always doing something. Wow. I be getting that too from my friends. They be like, Lisa, you be doing too much, man. You do everything. It's like, man, how do we know what we like love or are gonna fall in love with? How do we know unless we try? I get like doing too much, but it's like at some point you kind of got to do too much so you know what not to do. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. I just love that. Let's give some love to the chat because so we're streaming a little bit earlier today because she requested that we do an early show. So I had to honor that because I really wanted her to get on the show. Usually I'm at 9. So my little cousin was like, I finally caught her live. So yeah, I'm usually later. So this divine design, man, I got to write that down for real. Everything happened for a reason.
Yes.
So
thank you all for being here in this early time slot. See Miss Diana roll through there.
Oh,
Superstar Sammy is here, and James and Monty are here.
Oh, well, you can handle that then. You go ahead. You run it then.
Yes.
You're doing a good job.
I guess your cousin is I am Deidre.
Yeah, Deidre. Yeah.
Beautiful name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mr. Camera Junkie is here too.
We have Melody.
I'm just saying the YouTube comments.
Okay. Okay. Melody. Yeah, we have Melody over on Facebook. We have Hector Molina. What's up, sir? We have James. We have Monty. Man, Sammy. The Johnny. I can't never say Elias Saint. Yeah, Mr. Camera Junkie. We have David Blackmon in the building. Queen D in the building. What's up? What's up, sis? All right. Yeah, I think that's everybody. So That's pretty cool, man. All right, so now, because you touched on it, you started your YouTube channel in 2009. Is that what you said? Okay,
Yes.
so now, so I have a lot of friends who started blogs like around that time. Not even probably that early. Actually, a little later, maybe like 2012. They started blogs. A few of my friends now that started blogs around 2012. They have just gone on to make multiple six figures with their blog alone. And it's kind of crazy because it's like I never really understood like a blog, like blogs out here making money like that. So it's like they started a YouTube channel to promote their blogs. What ended up happening was their YouTube channels end up blowing up, right? And they're like, "Whoa, let me put more emphasis into YouTube instead of writing the blogs." Now they still do the blogs, of course, because they get AdSense from Google and traffic and stuff like that. But was that your case? Like, hold on, this YouTube thing is a little bit better or different? And did you focus more on YouTube at some point, or you just still both did them kind of simultaneously? What was your strategy?
I was doing them all at the same time because remember my thing was tutorials.
Yeah.
So, and I was talking about using apps and tech and all this different social media platforms. So, you can talk and talk and talk and then have a bunch of screenshots, or you can just like put up a video.
Wow.
And which is easier.
Yeah.
And then also that was of having the video was also a great SEO tool for the blog.
Wow.
Now today I don't blog as much. I have to force myself to sit down and write. And actually I have a VA that helps me with some of my writing stuff because it's just not enough hours in a day for all the stuff I do.
Wow. Yeah. Them VAs be coming through, man. Them VAs be coming through. It was funny. I had got 2 VAs kind of by accident. I would just have like people doing stuff for me that I meet online. Hey, could you do this? Could you do that? And then like it wasn't until recently. Then it was like, how you doing all this and doing all that? I like, oh, my homeboy does this and he does that. And then they're like, so you got VAs? And I'm like, what's a VA? It's like virtual assistant. I'm like, well, I guess I do because I pay them to do this and pay them to do that. So, but then when I thought about it, I was like, man, VAs are the life hack right now. When I started doing some research, I'm seeing companies running whole companies, like, of course, small companies, not big companies, but there are some entrepreneurs and business owners who are legit running their whole company off of like 3 VAs. And like an assistant, and they're just like have all their systems linked up and they're good to go. It's like leveraging the technology is amazing.
It is.
Cool. All right. So 2009. So were you like super serious out the gate with YouTube, or like what was it? Was it like did you really understand how it worked?
No, YouTube didn't work the same way it works now. They didn't have the algorithm and it wasn't as hard for your videos to rank. And, they didn't have all this artificial intelligence that they do now. So YouTube was a different, it was just totally different back in those days.
Yeah.
So, I can't say that I probably focused more on the blog in the beginning, because I would get guest authors. So that's another way of not really a VA, but you're not doing all the work. But then after a while, I would get a lot of guest posts in that I used to have to massage. I was like, well, I don't know if I want to promote that specific tool, or I don't know if I like the way they said this. It just needs to be reworded, so I'm super picky about what I put on my blog. So after a while, I was kind of like, well, wait, I might as well be writing these blog posts myself.
Wow.
Because, it's just taking me too much time. And, so blogging is great. I still am an advocate for blogging. And in fact, I think there's much simpler ways to do it other than WordPress for those who have time constraints. So, you can even do blogging on Buy Me a Coffee. I know you're a fan of Buy Me a Coffee, just like I am.
Yeah. Well, you actually told me about Buy Me a Coffee. That's crazy.
Yes, I love it.
Miss Ileane slid into my DMs and was like, listen, you might want to check this out. I was like, what is this? So shout out to you for that. I love how you're always like you're one of the people in the community that I notice, tell me if I'm wrong or right, but it seems like you're always like on the lookout for like what's going to benefit the creator, and then you like to share that information. So I guess you just like what you said about how you started your YouTube channel. So
I've been doing it for years.
But you go the extra mile. You don't just post about it. You actually like slide into DMs and you email people, and like you do the one-on-one thing. Like a lot of people don't do the one-on-one thing. So shout out to you for that.
I'll tell you, this is a good point.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought that up, because certain people are action takers.
Wow.
And I know, from watching you and just from being around you, I know you're an action taker.
Hey, mama, hold on, mama. You listening, mama? Because I'm an action taker. Okay. I think she usually be watching. So I'm an action taker now, mama. Okay. I said, yeah. I don't think she's watching yet, but she's usually watching. She used to be coming on later, but I'm gonna let her see this replay. She said I'm an action taker. Okay.
Yes, mama. You raised a good one. Okay. And that makes person that does, that's a content educator, that makes us feel like really valued.
Wow.
Not just somebody saying, oh, that was really great. I love this. I love that.
Wow.
But when you see someone implement something that, and that they trust you enough that they would follow, take your advice, put it into action, and bam, next thing you know, creators on the come up,
Hey, man, I like you. I got to bring you back on the show. I got to bring no, but you know what? I never thought about that though, because as content creator, it's not even about validation or anything like that, but that makes sense. As content creators, as people, we're kind of like we create content that we hope and pray that's going to help somebody and bless somebody. Right. So I never thought about it till you just said it. It's like when we do that and somebody actually implements something and actually takes our advice and actually move forward with it and take action, and it helps them, that does make you feel good. Like, okay, that's what's up. So, I mean, I love how you said that, because sometimes some content creators, they're all about the check, the money. I get it. But sometimes, like you, content creators like you're just about helping people and seeing them progress. And that is almost, that probably literally is just as fulfilling as like a AdSense check for you, probably, I'm sure.
It is, because, that's my whole goal, is to, like I said, to inspire people or encourage them and empower them so that they can create that content that's that life-changing content.
Wow.
Like maybe you've got some type of cause that, a nonprofit or an advocacy group that you want to, support. But you're still like, no, I don't know how to use Ecamm Live. I want to do a show and I have, feed the homeless, but I don't know how to use Ecamm Live. You're going to Google and you're going to see, oh, Ileane.
Yeah.
You watch her video.
It's funny that you say that, because on a few occasions I've Googled something and your video legit popped up. One of them was something I really needed to figure out. I can't remember what it was, but it had something to do with like a system or some type of maybe some type of automation or something, because you get into that type of stuff. So it was something that helped me out a lot about, oh, that's how you do that. And it was your video that I watched, and I was like, that's just amazing. I believe I told you. I think I was like, hey, I just watched your video.
You probably did, because a few people will, will take the time, because 2 million people have not commented on my videos, right? I had a lot of comments, hundreds of thousands of comments, but not 2 million.
2 million people watch, but they ain't comment. Make sure y'all comment on these creators' videos. I love it.
But what's really funny is when people think I do support for Facebook.
Wow.
No, well, I tried that and it didn't work for me. I'm sorry. Facebook is messed up. What can I tell you? I wish it was consistent, but it's not.
I'm sorry. The buck stops here, okay? I ain't got nothing.
That doesn't work on my Facebook page.
I got nothing else for you. I got nothing else for you. That was awesome. Let's jump back in the comments, man. We have Miss Felicia Austin that came through. Wow. Hey, Miss Felicia.
Hey, Miss Felicia.
We got James Riley in the building. Let me get my comment screen back up here.
And I see Devin is here too. Monty's giving out the
call
to action.
Yeah. And that's true. Like the comment, the share, that is, I won't say, I mean, I can. I mean, depending on how you look at it, it is almost just as good as money for in the YouTube world. You know what I'm saying? Because it literally helps us get our message and our content to more people, because those are those triggers that I hate to say the word, but the algorithm looks for to help know if it's wants to spread your content. So yeah, like,
Don't
comment,
hate the algorithm. Love the algorithm.
finesse the algorithm.
Love it.
My,
Yeah. So it can love you.
my little cousin said, "What is your advice on being yourself on camera? Because I think I'm funny, but when the camera comes on, I'm awkward."
Oh, I could definitely relate to that because sometimes I watch back my replays and I say to myself, what
Cringe,
in the world were you laughing at? But you're
cringe.
just laughing through the whole video. But it only comes with practice. It only
Wow,
comes with you doing it over and over again. Try to have your friends, your people around you. Like right now, I feel like I'm with my people.
wow,
We got
yeah.
a lot of the Let's Get Live community here.
Hey,
People that I've talked to and interacted with, and even in the DMs and whatnot are here. So I feel comfortable because I feel like I'm with my friends.
wow, that is awesome. So I
But
get. Go
even
ahead.
if there was hundreds of other people here, I would still feel the same way because I've been doing this for so long. Oh, really quickly, let me tell you another funny story.
Mm, let's go.
The first time I went live, some of you guys may remember Google Hangouts on Air. Well, when Google Hangouts on Air first came out, it was invitation only, right? So one of my friends, his name is Chris Lang, he had access to it. And it was like only like a couple hundred people that had access to it.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, I can't, believe I can, get on because he invited me to come on his show. So, and back then we were talking about like Google Analytics and all this stuff. So I said, well, Chris, I would love to come on and find out a little bit more about how to set up like goals inside of Google Analytics, right? Chris didn't hear that. Chris heard Ileane Smith is going to come on and show us how to set up goals in Google Analytics. This is my first live stream, okay? I had to go and teach myself how to do it because I wasn't about to go back to Chris and say, "No, you got it wrong, brother."
You got it wrong, brother, with the extra A, brother.
No,
Okay.
I had to bring my A game. I literally
Hey,
had to go and teach myself how to do it.
wow,
Now we're talking. This is 2012.
wow.
I don't even know my way around Google Analytics anymore because it's just so convoluted. But I could tell
Yeah,
you about YouTube Analytics stuff. But it was just so funny, and I never even told him about that. I even made a little presentation because SlideShare was a big thing back then. I even had like 5 or 6 slides together with my little screenshots. Go here, click on this, add your goal here, and I was a pro at Google Analytics goals.
wow,
And because the question was about being yourself on camera, and that's really just all you have to do is be yourself,
wow.
and don't worry about people judging you
Mm, mm,
because they're going to judge you anyway.
wow. Love that. Yeah.
They're going to judge you, and in the beginning you might mess up. Oh well, you mess up.
Gems.
It's okay.
I had to steal my sister Gems on that one. That's a good one. And I think too, as far as like being yourself on camera, you have to understand that there is a crowd of people, there is a group of people, or a sector of people who specifically vibe with you and your authentic self. And as long as you rest in that, knowing that, hey, I'm not for everybody. Of course, nobody is, but I'm for somebody. I'm for this group of people, and they will only be able to find you and reach you and vibe with you if you are your authentic self. And once you get that core of people who really like, oh man, I rock with her. I like how she just do everything she do, because there are some people who gonna vibe with you like that. You can begin to grow that, and you get more confident, and you'll grow it bigger and bigger and bigger. And and I think that's what you have to realize is there are people for you, that's people not for you. Focus on being yourself so you can quicker get to the people who are for you. Absolutely.
Well said, because I know that's what we a lot of times want to do, especially if, we're just getting into it. We're just like, I want everybody to like me.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
like, what should I wear? I want to make sure it's something that everybody, even if the preacher's wife is watching, let's make sure
Not the
that,
preacher wife.
everybody, you know,
I love
like,
something that Diana Gladney says. She says when she makes it real clear when they come to her channel This is what I do. And if you like it, stick around. If you don't like it, I want you to get the heck away from here as fast as possible. Like you don't want, you know, it's like you want to run people who ain't for your channel. You want to run them away quick as possible. So you ain't got to waste no time, no resources, no energy on those type of people. So, Cuz said, thank you for answering my question. We have some more that came through. We have Top Shelf VA. That looks like maybe one of your people right there.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Naomi.
Hey, that's what's up. Thanks for coming through. I love it. We have FH Umpires in the building. I look at that and want to say F Humphreys. I don't know why I see F Humphreys, man. But that's Keely. She is super cool.
It's field hockey.
Super cool. So we only have about 10 more minutes on the stream. This was an early stream, so I apologize to my later crew. But hey, maybe I should do these more often, a little bit early. So yeah, this has been exciting. So I do want to get into like a few hardcore YouTube things. And I won't say hardcore, but for you, what would you say was the biggest difference maker for you to see growth and for you to see your community start to build on YouTube? What was the thing that you feel like once you implemented this, you were like, whoa, okay, so this is what I should do. Let me do more of this. What was that or those things?
Actually, it was a live streaming.
Wow.
It was the live streaming because I was able to really connect and engage like we're doing today, engaging with people in the comments. If somebody has a question, being able to answer that question.
Wow.
And then people were seeing me unscripted.
Wow.
Because, you know, when I go live, I might have a sticky note with 3 or 4 bullet points on there, but most of the time I'm just like freewheeling it. I'm going to show y'all how to do a certain thing. Pull up my phone if it's a phone tutorial or whatever, but the questions and the engagement back and forth kind of really let people know who I am. And believe it or not, even on my old live streams, I still am getting comments and questions.
I wonder what is it about, because I'm a live streamer too, as you already know, but I wonder what is it about live streaming, whether I won't even say versus or if it's better or not, because I don't think it's necessarily better, but I wonder what is it about live streaming that helps you grow your channel though? Because if you think about it, your live streaming, as it relates to the live streaming portion, of course, after the stream is over, the content lives online forever. So I see how that could grow your channel because it's still optimizable, searchable content after the stream is over. But my question is, I wonder what is it specifically about the active live stream that helps grow your channel? I wonder, does YouTube actually, while you're live, push your live video out to people who have never seen your channel before? Do you think?
Okay,
I think so.
Let me back up, because let me say this.
This
is I don't think that live streaming is going to work for everyone.
Gotcha.
Okay, because some people may get on live and their community is like, I really don't, I thought they were okay, but I really don't like their personality, or I don't vibe with them like I thought I would.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people just may just feel awkward no matter what. They've been doing it for a year, but they still coming on live and still don't have that like you are with this show. This show, you know, it's unscripted. You didn't send me any questions ahead of time.
Yeah.
We just freestyle. Some people just cannot do that.
Wow. Yeah.
Right. And so it doesn't necessarily mean this is a blueprint. Start going live and then it's going to grow your channel. It's not always going to work like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the biggest things that grows the channel in the beginning is the search. So you got to put videos out there that people are searching for.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but for me, part of what your question was about building a community.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of people that watch my videos are not part of my community. They found the answer to what it was they were searching for, and they kept going. They were like, oh, that was a good video. I like that girl. I'll give it a thumbs up, and I may even leave a comment and tell her it was a good video. But maybe they didn't subscribe. Maybe they didn't never give me a super chat, or maybe whatever. They're just not part of the community. And that's okay too. You know, that's all part of what makes up your channel. There's no YouTuber out here that has everybody who watches their videos subscribe to them.
Or else you would have 2 million subscribers. Imagine that.
Exactly. Right.
Jeez, 2 million
Right.
subscribers,
I'm
man.
sure there's, but then on the other hand, as 2 million views, right? There's a couple people out there that watched the video 2 or 3 times because they wanted to learn something,
Yeah, yeah.
and maybe they needed me to hold their hand,
Wow,
say, push this button. No, wait for that. Okay, now move on. And so they rewatched the video.
wow.
And then that's that person that says, oh, I'm subscribing.
Mm, love it.
Because this girl told me how to do what I've been trying to do for
L-
2 weeks or
Listen,
2 years.
I'm big on that. If I go to somebody's channel, sometimes even if I don't necessarily like their personality, but I feel indebted. If I learn something on somebody's channel, I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to subscribe because I feel like, man, you literally helped me out. You know what I'm saying? So even if they're corny or quirky or whatever, I'm like, I don't really vibe with them. I still hit subscribe because it's just like, that's the least I can do. Like, you out here really doing some good out here. So yeah, man, just imagine though, if everybody who watched you would subscribe, that would be crazy.
But I see another comment out here from my girl Naomi, who's saying, I'm still scared of going live. And it's the same. My response to that is the same as I said to your cousin, is you got to get with your friends, get a group of your friends together. And just like, I bet you've been going on Zooms,
Yeah, it's the
right?
same. It's the same thing.
You've been in the pandemic like everybody else. You've been on Zooms, right? Or you Google Meet or whatever, Teams, whatever you use, right? Just go live with that and start it maybe in a private Facebook group, or then maybe a small Facebook group that's
Yeah,
public, and then maybe your page, and then YouTube, because I know
yeah,
you do YouTube.
yeah.
So, yeah, if you've been on Zooms, you can't say you're scared of going live, Naomi, because that means
Wow,
you've been live.
I love
It
that.
just wasn't being pushed out. But
Hey,
Zoom, if the person is whoever is running the Zoom, if they have the right plan, they can push it out to YouTube
wow.
and or Facebook.
And now you're
So,
live.
so you have been going live. So you see there, that's just a mental block.
Wow.
That's just a mental block, right? You just
Wow.
got this picture in your mind that, oh, YouTube Live is something totally different than Zoom. No, it's not.
See, this is a part of the live. I'm gonna chop up and I'm gonna distribute. Just like, I'm scared of going live, but you on Zoom every day.
It's the same
And
thing.
in front of that same camera with the same lights on, but you scared to
Yeah,
go live. That's amazing.
that's right.
That's a great way to look at it. So that's what's up. So we have about 5 minutes here. Definitely want to thank everybody for coming through. So what are some things that we can look forward to with you and your channel and your content and your community? What are some things we can look forward to?
Oh, okay. So I am really passionate about this creator economy.
Wow.
And you guys have been hearing, or maybe you haven't heard about this whole, and for me, it's cyclical. Like,
Hmm.
this is why I love things like Buy Me a Coffee,
Yeah.
and um, there's another platform that I started learning about called Influence, and I
Wow.
use a platform called Haps,
Wow.
where you're giving, you may be giving tips. When I say tips, I'm talking about money, and you're also getting. So you're going to be hearing more from me about different tools that you can use to not only, even if you have a small audience, because I hate when people say small YouTubers. Because
Hmm.
let me tell y'all, quick
Uh-oh. Here
sidebar.
we go. Here we go. I'm
Back
ready.
in 2017, I spoke at Social Media Marketing World. A lot
Okay.
of y'all don't know that because y'all didn't know me back then, right? And when you hear small YouTubers, let me tell you, I'm bigger than almost all them YouTubers that y'all think are big. They
Wow.
ain't big.
Wow.
They smaller than me. They're
Wow.
shorter. They're skinnier. They littler. And like, even some people, you might think they tall. You see them in person, be like, that person's small. They're small.
I love that.
I'm not. So, okay, I digressed. So now,
You say you ain't no small YouTuber, okay?
no, no. But you may have a smaller audience,
Yes.
right? Or community, but you can still monetize that community. So there's lots of tools out there that are coming to fray. There's an infographic that the folks from influence.co, and I have a video that goes all through. It's called the Creatorscape, where they show all there's over 400 apps, and these are just the ones covered in the infographic, that are catering to this whole creator economy, where we as content creators are getting paid for our work directly
Wow.
from our supporters.
Wow.
And I want to support that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like AdSense with Google and Super Chat and all that stuff. But in some cases, in a lot of cases, we can kind of eliminate the middleman, or
Wow.
the middleman could be taking a smaller cut,
Yes. Yes. I
because
love that.
they are all in competition for us now.
Mm.
The tables have turned.
Mm.
Okay, we used to be all in competition for, oh, what platform are we? Now almost every platform now
Mm.
has some kind of creator fund or some kind of way to pay creators, because our content is being valued
Wow.
across the board. So if you're watching this, just know that you are in demand.
Wow. Oh man, that's the woo. Where my bombs at? I got my bombs, right? Where my bombs at? Funk Master Effect. There we go. That was, man, you almost gave me goosebumps the way you packaged that up. You like I love that though. It's like that's absolutely true. It's like the platforms are fighting for us now. The platforms are fighting for competing for the creator, because without the creator, they don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I just love that mindset. I love little mindset shifts like that, because a bunch of those little shifts will really put you in a better place down the road. So if I can go into my content thinking, man, my content is valuable, these platforms are competing for my content, and you get more and more pieces out like that, and you just build up an avalanche, a big snowball effect of content, and it just can really pay off. Another thing that you said that I thought was really valuable, and I learned this through Buy Me a Coffee, that you taught me about. Everybody knows she taught me about Buy Me a Coffee. She was the one who slid in my DMs and was like, check this out. And I kid you not, without even promoting it. I got to get this out my head. Like, I don't promote stuff that could pay me, because I just be feeling like I don't want to take people money and stuff like that. So I'm trying to fight that whole mental thing right there.
3 children. What's the
I know. So, but without me,
need a new pair of shoes.
without me promoting my Buy Me a Coffee, I've gotten hundreds of dollars in donations on it. I don't even promote it. It's like people will ask me, hey, what's your Buy Me a Coffee? And then they'll just go give me literally like I've gotten hundreds of dollars from that. So I'm just.
Well, I want you to do me a little favor. Post this video in the Buy Me a Coffee, because you can write a blog post over there.
Oh, okay.
Just so everybody that supports you will get an email, and
Hey.
make sure you check off, send an email to my supporters, so everybody will know to come over and watch the replay.
Oh, so say that again. Slow it down for slow people in the back.
You go to your Buy Me a Coffee, and it'll say write a post, and you're going to just write a post and say, check out Creators on the Come Up with Miss Ileane, and put that link in there. And then on the side, you'll see, should we email all your supporters about this? And you're going to say yes. So everybody who's ever bought you a coffee will get a little email.
Wow.
To know to come and watch this replay.
So I could be posting all my episodes as blog posts on Buy Me a Coffee.
Yes, but you're going to do mine first, because I'm the one who asked you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I never thought about that. I could be posting my replays over there.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that's
absolutely.
amazing.
I'm going to post mine. I'm going to post this on mine as well.
Okay, cool.
So,
well, man, that is awesome. I want to just give a few shout outs before we go. We have so many people in here watching. Thank you so much. I never take it for granted when anybody even spends like 5 minutes here watching, my show. So, and my guests. So we have officially unofficial. She says, hello, Primo and Ileane. Yay.
Hello.
How you doing? Carmen Sanchez. Hey, what's up? Hey, congratulations, Ileane. Very well deserved. Yes.
Thanks,
yes.
Carmen.
Next is going to be 2 million subscribers is going to be next. That's what's going to be. That's a word. I am in demand. Yes. So encouraging.
That's right.
Absolutely. Without the creator, we have nothing. That's a sermon. Yeah. What up, Michael? What's up?
Yep. Hey, Michael.
So cool. All right. And we have another Michael Powell says, hello, Ileane and Alicia. Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for
Hey.
stopping by the channel, man. You're bringing all the good people out, Ileane. I appreciate that. Man, thanks for sharing.
Thank y'all so much for coming.
Yeah, we're actually 2 minutes over time. So, you know, she told us some very valuable information. Definitely, we're looking forward. I'm inviting you back to the show. Maybe like next year, I'll invite you back to the show, see how everything's going. All right. And yeah, did you have any, any last words or anything that you want to tell the show and how they can maybe connect with you?
Yeah. Oh, guys, all you got to do is remember how to spell my name. If you can remember Ileane, you'll find me anywhere on all the platforms. Just type that in.
That's powerful. That's powerful. All you gotta know is, hey, we ain't got to go through all this complicated stuff. I ain't got to give you no card. All you got to do is know how to spell my name, and you'll find me everywhere. See, I got to get my Google search factor up if that's the case, man.
That's right.
That's pretty dope to be in Walmart. Be like, yeah, that's my name. Just check me out. You'll find me everywhere.
That's right.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really do. Yeah, no problem. And yeah, so shoot me your address because I sent all my guests a T-shirt, one of these. Creators on the come up.
Oh, yeah, awesome!
You'll get one. So great. Yeah, shout out to Press and Soul for basically sponsoring these shirts and sending them to my guests. Man, they are so super dope. I got to get them on the show too. So yeah, but thank you.
You have another sponsor too, right?
Yeah. So TubeBuddy. Let's go to this. Yeah, TubeBuddy and Ecamm. They sponsor this show. I did have Restream reach out and IK Multimedia reach out, and now I do have another sponsor now. It's these people. I had a meeting with them yesterday. They sent me 4 of these busy box things. These things are pretty dope too, by the way. If you don't know what these are, you know, like the old school, like when you're going live, they have like these slides like live or recording. You can put them in there and then they light up.
Oh, awesome. Hook me up with them.
Yeah, I got you. Matter of fact, I got a bunch of these, so you know I'll slide in your DMs and we'll talk. Yeah, so they're like a small startup company. So that didn't mean to turn into a commercial. That wasn't the purpose of that. But
I just wanted to make sure you got your sponsor shout outs in before we end the stream.
Yeah, no, shout out to them. And I took time yesterday. It took me like 2 hours. I know because I'm slow like that. It took me 2 hours to get all my links up. So if you leave outside this video, I'll go to the description on YouTube or Facebook. All the links of like my equipment and my sponsors, all that stuff is on the links now. So you know, Ecamm gives me a 2-month free trial. If you haven't tried Ecamm, try that out. And TubeBuddy gives me a 1-month free trial. So try those out, click those up, and you'll like it. So without getting too commercially, I just want to say that. But thank you so much, Ileane. I appreciate everything. Get some rest, and make sure you send me your address, and we'll go from there. Y'all have a blessed night. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week. Same time, same place. God bless. Be safe.